Hear me out.
Let me see. Oh, I want to see. Let me see. You're throwing them in the lake. All right.
I saw that video on X, formerly known as Twitter. If you haven't been on X, it's a very interesting place. Free speech is a hell of a drug over there. Speaking of which, people had a lot to say about that video. Starting off strong here with Grok, telling us exactly what that frog is and how it's native to the pond that it's being thrown in. Every other comment is like this. I don't trust it. Could be another CCP asset up to no good. When you click on that article, this is what it says, but basically these were university professors that had some stuff that they were working on, and they were accused of biological warfare. And wouldn't you guess, that's exactly the direction that people were going in the comments. She's purposely throwing an invasive species into the lake, and you should have stopped her and called the police. There's a whole theory around ecological terrorism. China has been working relentlessly on destroying U.S. ecosystems from crops to fauna. This is one of my personal faves. Asian biowarfare strikes again. So now it's okay to introduce non-native species. Cool. Guess we're doing this now. We aren't, and she wasn't. Potential Chinese bioterrorism. Who knows what sort of diseases or illnesses they just released into a waterway? Why wasn't she stopped and arrested? I hope that's not an invasive species. Another personal fave. And then here's the reality. No biowarfare, no sinister agenda, no ill intention. She isn't the enemy that they are describing, which got me thinking, who is that enemy? Do you know? I'm going to go on the record and say that I'm going to be a hypocrite in this post because I fucking love Gemini. That's my AI, Google's AI, Google's chat GPT, if you will. I love Gemini. I use it a lot for my business, and I use it a lot for the CC&Rs for our homeowners association. Seriously, fuck those guys. I basically upload all of our files to Gemini and ask Gemini if I can do something based on the CC&Rs, so I already have my answer before I even go talk to those fucks. I digress. Artificial intelligence can be a double-edged sword when it comes to the forest. While AI can be used for positive applications in forest conservation and management, concerns exist regarding its potential negative impact on trees and ecosystems and water. Potential negative impacts increase energy consumption and resource depletion. Training large AI models, empowering data centers require significant energy and water. I mean, speaking of ruining our biosystems, look at this. AI-driven species selection prioritizes a narrow range of species for optimization. It could lead to monocultures and reduced biodiversity, making forests more vulnerable to pest diseases and climate change. I know some of y'all don't believe in that, but just consider it for a moment. Greenwashing. Companies might use AI to create a false impression of sustainability while engaging in environmentally harmful practices, misleading consumers and hindering genuine conservation effort. And guess what? There's examples of that. Have y'all seen this girl's video?
Insane. Water pressure in the kitchen. This is where I fill up water for storage. Those are the things we have to fill up to flush the toilets.
So you can see the sediment from the data center. Wow, and that's just from the water coming out.
Look at that! This woman and her husband bought a home way out in the boondocks somewhere, and they were going to live happily ever after. Tons of trees, tons of wildlife, tons of water, privacy, and it got dark at night. The data center that they put in has completely ruined their life. These data centers are an invasive species.
Here in Mansfield, Georgia, driving by Meta's new 2 million square foot data center facility. Facilities like this are being used to power things like ChatGPT and other AI tools that are becoming integrated into our daily life.
Data centers going to be a very hot item.
This entire supercomputer is built to power Grok.
We see data centers as the most exciting asset class.
Meta is building a 2 gigawatt plus data center that is so large it would cover a significant part of Manhattan.
This is bigger than frogs, y'all. Bigger than fucking frogs. And when I said it gets dark at night, I meant it used to get dark at night. Look at this.
Taking down all the trees across the road.
Beautiful pines, beautiful forest.
The light pollution is...
You don't have to have
Just
a
wait.
night light in the house. You walk around the house at night, you see everything.
That's literally insane. A nightmare. It's kind of funny, but it's not funny. Not to mention the fucking fact that AI is being used to trick people into thinking shit happened that did not happen. I know y'all have seen that video of the soldiers in Iran celebrating because they dropped nukes on Iran, and it's all fucking AI, and people in the comments are literally thanking the troops. I mean, they're passing laws, team, so that they control the narrative. And here it is right here. They want to block Chinese AI for some reason. China ain't never did shit to me. I have a video coming up of a Chinese person breaking it down on who the real issue is, but that's a story for another time. Pause to read. Anyways, back to invasive species. Look at this. The United States House of Representatives early Thursday narrowly passed a budget bill that, if enacted, would ban states from enforcing laws regulating artificial intelligence for 10 years. House Republicans approved the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, which includes a range of GOP priorities on taxes and immigration and promises to usher in President Donald Trump's domestic agenda. What agenda would Trump have with AI? I mean, AI is so powerful, it could make anything look real. Like, per se, a potential accident, if you catch my drift. No, but seriously, go back and watch that video of when it happened. And just think of it with an AI perspective. Pushing the conversation forward, if signed into law, this process, known as reconciliation, the 10-year moratorium on state AI laws, would mark one of the most significant federal actions on technology policy in decades. Basically, these agencies can put anything they want to out and no one could do shit about it. And basically, you know, misinformation, disinformation, fake news is allowed. It's up to you to know what's right and wrong. And I know that that's the way it should be. But we all know that we live in a time of illiteracy. Trump can't even read. But I digress. If you made it this far, cool. What are your thoughts?